Hi, I'm James from LA1 TV. I'm here with Anna Kumacheva, the co-founder of the International Bay Film Festival, and we're going to have an interview with her now. How did the Bay International Film Festival come about?
Yeah, hello. Thank you for having me here, first of all. And so I was kind of dreaming for a long time of having an ambition of having my own film festival, because I love overall as a filmmaker, I love the experience of going to film festivals and having it as an event. And I was also living for some time in Edinburgh, was doing my master's there, and was working at Edinburgh Short Film Festival and Edinburgh International Film Festival at different events of theirs, and kind of was really loving the experience as a student to be there. So when I moved to Morecambe and started to work at Lancaster University, I was kind of thinking that there's something lacking in Morecambe. People say that there are the most beautiful sunsets in the country there, and there are also so many festivals in Morecambe. I don't even know all of them. There's like Poetry Festival, Music Festival, Vintage Festival, Morecambe Fringe, so all sorts of festivals, but there is no film festival. So I was kind of, then I need to make my own, because I was dreaming about it before, and I thought that probably now is a good time for this, especially with the news of Eden project developing in the area, which supposedly will be open in 2026. I thought, it will be great to start festival now, develop it into something bigger, and then by the time when loads of tourists start to go
the infrastructure grows.
We will already have an established festival. So I thought it's a good strategy to start now.
Could you just run us through your background in film, beyond what you've already said?
Well, I started as actually my undergrad was in stage directing, so was not in film at all, and stage directing and playwriting, and then I was working in that area, and then I kind of moved to film. At first, I didn't have education, but I've got a lot of experience on film sets. I worked on 2 feature films in all kinds of roles, and made some short films, and wrote a feature film screenplay, which was produced, shown on TV and stuff. And then kind of decided that I want to develop more as a screenwriter. I mean, I also had an experience working on TV, writing like 39 episodes of a TV show. So more like background as a screenwriter. And then I continued, came to the UK, did masters in screenwriting, and kind of continued screenwriting. But then I felt, as a person, I hate pitching, and screenwriters need to sell their screenplays to producers. So because I had a background of working on film sets in different roles, I kind of knew how it works, and I thought, why not to develop as a producer then? And then I started producing my own short films, short scripts, and this kind of helped me that why should I pitch my idea to someone if I can write it and then produce it myself? I'm not, I directed one short film which won awards. It was experimental short several years ago. But I'm not very much into directing, but I love the first stage, the screenplay, and then I love to like bring the team together, the perfect one, and then make a film. So far I produced, oh my god, don't remember how many, 6 short films or 5. They won some awards, and the recent one, which is a part of my PhD at Lancaster University, called Transgressing, is now winning awards all over the world. We've got many awards for the best actress, for the lead actress in the film, a lot of awards for the best soundtrack, and then I won one award as a writer with Best Female Story Award, and then I'm also soon going to win an award in a festival which I cannot announce yet as a best producer for an indie film. So that's kind of my background. So I'm planning to move into producing my first feature film after I finish my PhD.
That's great. So obviously you've already mentioned you have a link to Lancaster University. What interested you in getting students to work for your team and as a part of the festival?
Yeah, so we have a number of students now volunteering for us. It's mostly they are in our selection committee, so they are watching short films which are submitted to the festival and voting for them, giving them like rating from 1 to 5 stars and stuff. We have overall 23 selection committee members because we're getting a lot of submissions, and obviously because all the selection people are volunteers, I cannot abuse them to watch like 40 hours of short films a week. So I try to give like a little bit to everyone. And we have also some of the students from undergrad and masters working in other areas, like in our video content for social media team, social media, running our Instagram and Facebook accounts and helping with like press coverage, sending press releases, all this kind of stuff. I'm always pro using that's not the right word, not using giving opportunity to students to get experience if they want to, because I think this is really great, because I myself as a student was giving many opportunities in different on film sets or in different film festivals, and all of those opportunities kind of helped me to develop my skills and become like a better professional. So I think it's just really good opportunity for students. So I'm happy because I'm working here at Lancaster University, so I'm happy to give opportunities to those who would like to, and I hope more people will know about the festival, and by our second year we will have like a students queuing to ask to do something with us.
So just moving on from that, what have you thought about the quality of the films that have been submitted so far?
That's a very interesting question. I haven't seen all the films because I'm going to do programming myself, like in the later stage when we already have a short list of the best films. So from them I'm going to make 2 or 3 programs which will be screened together, which will be about an hour and a half of short films put together on like similar topical mood. So mostly my job of watching films will be closer to the end, but still, because we have currently 335 submissions from all over the world, of course I'm curious what are we getting. I'm not watching all of them, but I'm watching film which were already kind of highly rated by other selection committee members. And there is very, to be honest, sad trend. I mean, no, don't get me wrong, there are some amazing films there which I absolutely like love. Some of them I feel like I want to give you a award like tomorrow. But if I look overall at all submissions I've seen, and I've watched, I don't know, maybe around 80 short films so far, there are many films with amazing technical quality. I see like camera work is amazing, actors are acting well, there is like professional cool grading and music and sound, everything, like it looks like a proper film, you know, high production value. And then guess what's the problem with them?
Story?
Many films nowadays struggle with story, and it is really sad. So it kind of shows that it's much easier to find technical professionals than to find a good screenwriter. And sometimes I feel sad because, like, look guys, you spent like 30,000-50,000 pounds or dollars and obviously like a week of your life to make this, but this story doesn't make me feel anything.
So maybe just pushing on from that, what stories do you specifically look for?
Well, I'm a bit weird person. I wouldn't say I'm an average audience person. That's why I have so many people in selection committee, because I want to have different views on films, and I totally appreciate that some people might love films, which I wouldn't like. So, yeah, we need to make the audiences kind of show them diverse range of films. I personally like dramas. I don't like horror films. I don't like comedies. I mean, I sometimes like comedies, but rarely. Almost never like horrors. Sometimes thrillers. For me, important are two things in film. One, interesting characters, something I can kind of connect and feel them, feel what's their pain and what are they struggling to achieve. And second is the message, what this film is telling me as a person, not as a filmmaker and not as a film festival producer, but as a person, me as Anna. What do I feel watching this film? Do I want to, I don't know, does it inspire me for anything, motivate me, makes me think about something I never thought before? So I think those films are the most kind of impactful for me.
Well, moving on to like great impactful films, you've got in a figure, Jan Hal, who's produced Eyes Wide Shut, Barry Lyndon, Full Metal Jacket. How did you come about getting his involvement in the International Film Festival?
Well, it started from far away. So we first decided that every year our festival will, apart from general submissions, will have a special topic of the year. So some topic which some of the films will be kind of highlighting this topic. This year we decided topic of the year will be the impacts of war, because I personally was quite impacted by the war happening in Europe now. So I kind of wanted to reflect on this in other films. And we're kind of encouraging submissions from all over the world, just thinking about the wars in general, not specific war, but it can be World War I or II or Ukraine or some wars in Africa or Vietnam, whatever it is, just reflection on it. And then, as we started in the beginning as a short film festival, but then we decided we kind of want to show feature films, but maybe as we call ourselves, baby festival. We're not yet ready to make a competition for feature films because it kind of needs a bit more experience, I would say, and maybe bigger selection committee. But we still wanted to show different kind of films. So we decided we'll make a retrospective this year. In addition to our short film program and competition, we'll make a retrospective of someone famous. And it started all from there. We decided that Full Metal Jacket is perfectly sitting in our topic of the year, the impacts of war. And then we kind of started to develop it with our team, and then kind of thought, oh, Kubrick made not only Full Metal Jacket, there's also Paths of Glory, Doctor Strangelove, and in a way Spartacus as well. They're all kind of reflecting on the same topic. And we thought, oh, let's do the retrospective of Kubrick's films. And then we decided to kind of spread it all over October. Although our festival's happening during one weekend, the last weekend of October, we decided to show retrospective Kubrick's films 3 weeks before that for the audiences of Morecambe too. And then we thought, okay, it probably will be interesting if we invite someone who kind of is connected with those films to talk with the audiences, because if the audiences are coming to a film festival just to watch a film, how this experience differs from them just going to a cinema and watching a film in their normal time. So we thought that festival should bring some additional experience for the audiences, and we started to search whom we can invite. And we're still in conversation with some potentially big actor names, which I won't announce yet because it's really hard because of their schedule. They might not be able to come, so we kind of will figure out and then announce it later if it happens. But then kind of one of our team members, Matt, he's our events coordinator of the festival. He found Jan Harlan and contacted him, just like, cold call or message, and just asked, we're making this festival, we're showing Kubrick's films, do you want to get involved? And luckily Young is such an amazing person, and he's passionate about short films as well. So he said not only that he's happy to be our jury member for the short films, he's happy to come to the festival and do Q&A after Full Metal Jacket, because he was one of the producers. And then also he's going to make a short lecture on short films at the opening of the festival. So this is like very exciting. And so that was pretty easy. We just contacted him and then met our events coordinator, went down to it's somewhere around London, I don't remember where he lives exactly, and just met him at his house and talked about the whole festival and how he will be involved, and that's how we decided, and now we are looking forward to meet him in Morecambe. He's never been in Morecambe before, so he's also looking forward to see Morecambe.
Were you surprised by how willing he was to be involved on all these different aspects and avenues of the festival?
Yeah, I was and I wasn't, because it's interesting, sometimes we have a feeling that there are some celebrity famous people who are here and we are here, and we kind of feel, oh, they probably will not want to do anything with us, but surprisingly many of them are very nice people. And and just sometimes you can contact them. I remember for my short film, I wanted to get for one of the roles, it was really small role, 2 days shoot from 7 overall days. So I wanted to get some famous actress, and we started to contact agents. In the end we didn't get anyone, but several of them answered us actually, and they said thank you for thinking about us. It's just in terms of scheduling, they couldn't fit in our dates because we had certain dates, but they were ready. If they were free those 2 days, they were ready to say yes. Although I'm in the level of BAFTA and Oscar, I am no one yet. But they are someone. So it's just sometimes we just need to ask famous people or their agent, because the worst thing that will happen, they will say no. But you already have their no if you wouldn't ask them, you know. So kind of sometimes if you're doing an event or a film, it just makes sense just to try.
Worked out well. You've asked for international submissions. What do you think that this has brought to the festival?
Well, first of all, we wanted our festival to be different from other festivals in the area, because there is already amazing LA1 Short Film Festival, which is running in Dukes in Lancaster for many years, and they are doing national competition. They have, I think, Lancashire submissions and British submissions as well, and I think they're doing amazing work, kind of especially highlighting local talents, sometimes even amateur filmmakers who might not have the same opportunities in some big festivals, but it's always nice for any filmmaker, come to see your film on the big screen and then talk with people who watched it. So it's just a great experience. So I think LA1 Shorts is amazing, and we just thought make something different, because although Morecambe is different from Lancaster, although they're pretty close, but we were just thinking that we can kind of echo each other, although we have also some local submissions, not many, but we are kind of more highlighting international submissions. And for me, this festival overall has a keyword. This keyword for me is a dialogue. So I think in the modern world, dialogue is very, very important, because there is so much bad stuff happening everywhere, wherever you look. There are how many war conflicts are now happening right now while we're talking, missiles are flying all over the world, kids are dying, or whatever problems different people are experiencing who are discriminated by any reasons. And sometimes you just feel people just need to start talking, because sometimes when you don't have dialogue, then you can kind of misunderstand each other, and then it will all go wrong. So for me, bringing international films from all over the world to the area is having a cultural, creative dialogue between us, people living in Lancashire or the UK, with other people from across the borders. And sometimes the film, which is the form of this dialogue, kind of makes us understand that there are people somewhere out there which might be completely different from us, but might be similar to us. They might have similar problems or similar thoughts, and then it kind of, I don't know,
united by like one interest and coming together in this with this festival.
Yeah. So that's why I thought bringing stories from all over the world to the area is kind of making local audiences think about what's going on in the world and reflect on it.
You're currently running not just a film festival, but there's a photography competition as well. What do you think that this has brought to your festival?
Well, we started the photography competition as a part of the Bay International Film Festival, and it's running for 2 months now, and we'll continue running it till the festival, and then we will have exhibition during the festival in October to showcase the best, about like 20 works from all submissions, and then we'll choose the winner. So this came kind of again from the love to the area, I guess, because Morecambe Bay can be pretty beautiful from all the sides of it, and we wanted the local people to kind of participate, not just as audience members, kind of, which sometimes can feel a bit passive. You're just coming, just getting everything you're given and then leaving. But when you're taking part in a competition, which is also free, I mean, there are some competitions when you need to pay money to submit, but we made it free straight away so that anyone can participate, as long as you have any kind of camera, be that professional or your mobile phone, and you have a vision. Just wanted to bring people together again to tell some stories through the pictures, and then we are hoping we will have guests from around the country, and maybe even filmmakers from abroad coming to the festival, and then they will be able to see how Morecambe Bay looks like in different times of the year, different times of the day, and what are the people on the streets or on the promenade or something. There are some interesting submissions. So just wanted kind of to give some creative opportunities to local people. By the way, I'm quite interested to see more submissions from Lancaster University students, because we have some local photographers taking part, and I'm sure that students should just go to Morecambe, take the camera and use the opportunity, and then submit the kind of photographs, and then maybe they will be able to win in the end, or even if they don't win, if they win one of the months, their photo will be at the exhibition, which I think also a great opportunity. So I would encourage Lancaster University students take the cameras and go to Morecambe.
What advice would you give to aspiring filmmakers wanting to submit to your festival?
Oh. Well, first of all, there is a little problem with some submissions. And as a filmmaker, I never thought about it, but as a film festival person, I now kind of it's open to me. There is Film Freeway, where like thousands of festivals, and filmmakers are usually putting their film there and then just like pressing button which festivals they're submitting. And I know sometimes it takes a lot of time and people get lazy and bored and tired. I've been there myself, and they're just submitting. But my great advice is read the regulations of the festival you're submitting to. You will be surprised how many people are not reading our rules. For example, this year we're not accepting, because our program is so short, we kind of wanted to concentrate on live action films, narrative films, so we are not accepting documentary, animation and experimental films, which we are going to start accepting next year because we'll have more screening days, but this year not. Many people just not reading, just sending us their experimental films, their documentaries and their animations, which might be amazing, but we're not going to screen them. So this is probably the major advice.
Maybe in the future.
Yeah.
Hold off.
Yeah. So kind of read what the festival is searching for, because many festivals are describing we're searching for such and such films. Just read what they want before pressing the button. Other thing is try to get your film the best way possible, I guess. Although both us and many other festivals are accepting works in progress, and we're even stating it in our regulations. Well, still, sometimes festivals don't have time to watch the same submission 2 times. So if you're sending work in progress, you need to make sure that even though, like, I don't know, grading is not finished or sound is not finished, your film is still great. You need to be confident that even with bad grading, it will go. Otherwise, if it's like very, very rough, it's probably... For international submissions, I don't know if you need advice, because probably not many international people will be watching us, is make sure of having proper subtitles. We had a couple of films from other countries with really bad subtitles, and it kind of ruins the experience if you don't know the other language and you kind of struggle to understand what's going on. So subtitles are important, and the story. Story is the main. So I personally would better prefer to have a film shot on a mobile phone with a great story, rather than the film for £50,000 with red camera and professional grading, but something which doesn't touch me.
So this being the first year of the film festival, what are you hoping to accomplish with future iterations of the festival, so next year and beyond?
Yes, we're planning to make it annual event, and planning long life already. And well, first of all, we are hoping to develop every year, become a little bit bigger than previous. So we start from just 1 weekend, then we'll probably have like 2 weekends, then we'll 2 weekends and the week between, and then kind of I wouldn't probably do more than 2 weeks festival, it's like very long, but I would make more screenings and more events, because film festival is a great opportunity for film professionals and film students to come together, have some networking, meet new people, maybe meet your future collaborators for your future films. So kind of I want more events, I want opportunity for not just networking, but maybe some industry events like forums or workshops for some talented people teaching some other people to do something, and and screenings.
Is there anything that you'd like to add just before we wrap up to the camera, or just to promote the festival to people that maybe don't know about it?
Well, we first of all have a lot of social media presence which we are developing now. So if people are interested in our festival, just go online. We have website, the Bay International Film Festival. We have Instagram, we have Twitter, we have Facebook, and we are posting all our news there. If we have any competitions or any new celebrities coming on board or any new event, we're always posting it everywhere. And then just come. Just come to the festival, because I'm confident it will be, even the first small one will be a great event. We are really working hard to make it great and memorable. So I especially recommend film students to come, And we'll have some events, like we'll have film forum happening, and we will have opportunity for any of our guests to talk with all of those amazing producers and some other people from film industry. So just use the opportunity. Don't just sit at home. There is something developing right at your doorstep. So yeah, so for film students, I would, well, anyone basically, not only film students, maybe media students or theater students if they're interested in film. So 2 things. First, grab your camera tomorrow or this weekend, go to Morecambe and make some amazing photos and send them to us on Instagram on our competition. And second, in October, come to the festival and let's have some amazing time.
That's our interview with Anna Kumacheva. Anna, thank you very much for sitting down with us at LA1 and doing an interview for us.
Thank you very much for having me.